Guys, I apologize for the lack of introduction on this video, but I'm just doing it as a continuation. If you watched the other video, we finished our ears and our snouts, and we are actually going to work on the arms now, which in my case, what I'm using as my light pink is the soft pink. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby, which amusingly, I can easily say I do love this yarn. I like the way it feels in my hands. So we're making two arms. As usual, I'm going to just show you one on camera. They're both exactly the same. And this is the continuation, just so you know, if you're just catching the videos, because I'm finding that happens some, of my interpretation of the piglet from the Pooh Little Buddies. I have already done videos on how I made the Pooh, and I've done videos on how I made Eeyore, so this is Piglet now. Can't give you the pattern because it's not mine, yada 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 yada. It is, I've been told, available online. Some said free, some said very inexpensively. I don't know. I haven't really searched it in detail, honestly. So we're going to go ahead and start on the arms. Like I said, I am in the previous video, I am using, not usually an endorser, but these clover hooks are fabulous. I'm using an H because I do not crochet loosely. Some people do. Some people need a G or on further down, so it's just whatever works for you. Pull my sleeves up so we can get down to business here. I think that this setup, I'm going to wiggle the camera, sorry guys, is working better with the arm, where my hands are doing a better job of staying. I am sitting cross-legged because I'm a fidgeter and I do not want to be kicking the tripod here. So let's get started. The arm is very straightforward looking at it. It appears to just be all single crochets and slip stitches. Let me flink on through that. Yeah, I think it's just single crochets and slip stitches. So 24 rounds, pretty straightforward. Starting with our light pink. Chain 2, and we're starting our, I guess, circle. So you guys follow along in your pattern, but we're doing 5 single crochets in the second chain from the hook. It says to place a marker, but since we're just doing 2 and each one around, I'm just going to count to 10. I like to use the markers as it gets bigger, but not initially. Unless you think you're going to be interrupted a lot, at which point you might want to. Okay, there's our 10. Now we're doing an increase again up to 15 for round 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now round 4 is a, we're going to be counting by 6s, so I am not going to put my marker in yet. I'm just going to count by 6s, and we're going to 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. My multiple of 6 lets me know it's time for my increase again. So 13, 14, so I'm doing 2 in that stitch, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now that is the end of round 4. I'm going to mark it because for the next few rounds we are going to work even for rounds 5 through 8. I tend to count in my head anyway. I like counting, so it just makes me happy. But the marker lets us know that we've made it back around just in case I get distracted talking to you guys. So we're doing 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 rounds even. that is the end of round 8. Now his hands are kind of small, so depending on what you're working with, you may want to stuff as you go. I'm actually going to use that cute little stick or a knitting needle or something and stuff it when I get it made, simply because I find it more cumbersome to work with stuffing in the piece. But if you want to stuff it at this point, by all means, go for it. So that is round 8. And now we are working on round 9, which includes some slip stitches and some single crochets. So we are slip stitching in the first 9. Let me show you a slip stitch. To do a slip stitch, you start obviously with your loop, you go through both and pull it through. Normally to do the single crochet you would wrap it and pull it through, but we're not. We go through, pull it through, and then pull it through our loop that was already on there. So it's slipping through. So that's 1, through, and then through, 2, in, and through again, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And in case you're not familiar with these, it makes your chain top, what looks like your top, kind of lie along the front facing you, whereas your other chain looks like this behind it. So you've slipped along the front of them. So that was 9, and then we're doing 9 single crochets. Make sure you do your single crochets through both loops. Okay, so that was the end of round 9. Round 10 we're working even. But when you're working even in your slip stitches, remember that you have to go through both loops here along the front. I'm hoping that this yarn is not so light you can't see it. But you're actually going through both. So instead of turning your work this way and going through both, I kind of lay mine this way and go through like this. Can you see that? I think that's a little better. You can see both loops. So we're single crocheting around. We'll have 18 single crochets. That's the end of round 10. Okay, round 11 involves some slip stitches again, and it looks to me like every round from here on out we're alternating rounds of slip stitches and single crochets, and then a full round of single crochets. So I'm kind of going to work through, let you watch my hands. I'm not actually going to count for you because you should have your pattern in front of you, and when we get down to the last one, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to work. You guys watch and follow along. Okay, so that was round 11, which involved our slip stitches. Round 12 is just working evenly in single crochets. Okay, that was round 11. No, that was round 12. Sorry, I forgot to click my clicker there. I was like, that's not right. That's round 12. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3. Yes, round 12. Round 13 includes our slip stitches again. Okay, round 13, round 14 is working even, our 18 single crochets. Okay, round 15 has our slip stitches in it. Follow along with your pattern for the correct count. Okay. 16 is our even round. The purpose of these slip stitches is it kind of gives our arm shape and curve, see that? So they're part of the shaping. Okay, that is the end of round 16. Round 17 has our slip stitches. Marker's trying to fall out. There we go. Whoops. Okay, so that was the end of round 18. Now with round 19 and 20, our pattern changes slightly, and we're not going to have a round of even single crochets between them. So on both rounds 19 and 20, pay attention to your pattern. You're going to slip stitch on both rounds. So on the first one, we're just doing exactly what we were doing before, working our single crochets and then our slip stitches. The marker is irritating me. Move it. Okay, now that was round 19. On round 20 and the previous pattern, or previous way we were doing it, we would be working even, but we aren't. We're repeating that round again. So we're going to single crochet in our first 5. Now we are slip stitching in our slip stitches. So remember, just like before, your slip stitches are along the edge, and we're going in them and slip stitching. And I find this a little tighter with my crocheting, and I actually have to kind of work it a little bit, so it seems like it's slow moving to me. But makes for a pretty finish. 3, 4, 5, whoops, 6, sorry about that, 7, 8, 9, and then I've got to single crochet in my last 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the end of round 20. Now 21 and 22 are done exactly the same as 19 and 20 with a slightly different stitch count. So let's see, we're going to single crochet in 6. Then slip stitch in 9. With a single crochet in 3. So that was round 21. Split my stitch. There we go. Now round 22 is just a repeat of that round. Paying attention, it's probably going to slow you down when you hit your slip stitches, or at least it does me, to slip stitch in them. So something fell outside. 9, and then we end with 3 single crochet, and that is the end of round 22. We only have 24, so we're almost there, guys. Piglet's much smaller, obviously. Okay, so round 23. End with 2 single crochets, Now on round 24, I'm going to go ahead and lay that down for a second and cut a yarn marker, because we will be marking our stitches for placement on the body. So I'll have that ready. Okay, round 24 is technically a repeat of round 23 with the exception of pausing to place that marker. So there we go. And guys, I went right past and forgot to place that marker. Single crochet in 2 and slip stitch to join. Let me finish this off and I'll go back and count. So at least you'll know if you forget to place it. So it was supposed to be in the 6th slip stitch. So let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it goes right here. Sorry about that. I was like off in La La Land and rhythm crocheting along. But anyway, in your 6th slip stitch, that sounds like a tongue twister, you should have put your marker. That's going to let you know when we're joining it to the body. And this is what Piglet's arm kind of is shaped like. You can see the curvature, what your slip stitches actually create here. You're going to make a second one of these exactly like that. I'm going to make mine off camera, just, you know, for sake of your sanity and mine. Now the next thing that I want to make is the legs, and this video is already going on 33 minutes, so I'm going to pause my recording here, get up, get something to drink, yada yada yada, and then I will come back in a minute. And we are making 2 legs exactly the same, it says. So I will demonstrate making a leg when we get back. So thanks for watching, guys. There is video 1, in case you missed it, of the ears and snout and what yarn I'm using, yada yada yada. And this was the arm, how to make the arm. You will make 2 exactly alike. And the next segment is going to be making the leg. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Thanks for watching.